Once again, it is great to be a LSU Tiger. What's going on, everyone? Savage Tiger back again, and I'll be recapping LSU's 45-20 over Ole Miss. Bet a lot of people didn't see that one coming, did they? Even though LSU at the last minute, for the last few days, was a favorite in this game, and it wasn't looking like it was looking like we can get blown out of our own stadium again. It was looking bad. Although this time we did not shoot ourselves in the foot as much as we did in the other games. I mean, in the first drive, let's see, Ole Miss was up at one point 17-3 on us in the second quarter. I mean, it was a 2-touchdown deficit. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but still. And we showed that we could move the ball on all our possessions. Like, we were down there in the red zone, but we could not get touchdowns. We got field goals. We got a field goal on our first possession, where we should have had twice a touchdown. Jaden Daniels overthrew Keyshawn Butte wide open in the end zone on a fade route. And then Malik Neighbors had a great catch, but right at the back of the end zone, just couldn't get any of his feet down. It was unfortunate, but it was a great effort. It was a great catch, man. But it was just unfortunate. We got to get a field goal there, so that's what we did. Then our second possession, I believe we missed the field goal, and stuff started to look bad. We at least did not turn the ball over. But they were running. They were doing whatever they wanted to on offense, man. They were throwing wherever they wanted to. And if it wasn't for a couple of dropped passes or like bad throws, receivers were nowhere between 20 yards between the nearest defender. Okay? If they cut those balls, that's a touchdown. Those are touchdowns. So we got lucky on some overthrows on wide open receivers for Ole Miss. Like, we really exposed some of our... That offense is very good, okay? Like, Tennessee did that to us, but so did Ole Miss is like this. Except Ole Miss has a really good rushing attack, too. And in the first half, they really ran on us wherever they wanted. The running back, like I said, Quinshon Judkins, he is I'm going to tell you, he's a stud, man. He's a star in the making. He's a future first-round pick. I see it. True freshman, and he's already making a huge impact on that program. Yeah, I thought he played pretty good in the first half. He scored 2 touchdowns on the ground to put him ahead 14-3 on us, and Ole Miss, of course, on the next possession got a field goal. But we really shot ourselves. We could have made some plays to even stop those points too. Like, we had on one of the possessions that they scored a touchdown, we had a 4th down. And I'm trying to think, did they convert that 4th down, or it was like wide open pass for a 1st down for a conversion? And then we had a tip ball interception that was ours, but got called back because of pass interference. We got a lot of pass interferences called on the first couple possessions on defense. That's what helped them get touchdowns. Like, I'm not saying that was the only reason that we kept their drives alive, but we could have made some plays, some of those drive killers. And then when they're in the red zone, they go for it on 4th down, because that's what Lane Kiffin does. He just goes for it. He don't really believe much in field goals. So, and sometimes that can hurt you, Lane Kiffin. But they throw an incomplete pass, but once again, pass interference on a 4th down, so that extends the drive and they score. So that was really, really frustrating. The first quarter overall was super frustrating. The beginning of the second quarter as well. Like, we had a lot of defensive penalties that may help, that negated great plays made by our defense other times that we meant to make them. And those were drive stops, like an interception and a 4th down stop that, I think on the same drive. Yeah, those were on the same drive that contributed to a touchdown. But man, those were mistakes that we made, And on offense, we moved that ball, but once again, we just couldn't convert until like in the second quarter. We finally got a couple touchdowns. We climbed ourselves back in the game. And Jaden Daniels, I got 2 MVPs for this game. Jaden Daniels and Harold Perkins on defense. What a difference makers. Those two were difference makers in this game. I thought our passing game was phenomenal. We really were making throws. We picked up where he left off against Florida. He was making throws to his receivers. We barely dropped any balls. All our receivers caught balls and, moved the sticks, made great plays. Even our running backs, when we threw it to them, they made some catches. Made good impact there. Our tight ends finally catching passes and contributing to our offense. Mason Taylor, I thought, played good. So did Cole Taylor. Both our tight ends really stepped up in this game. And Jaden Daniels with 5 total touchdowns. He had 2 passing and 3 rushing. Once again, this guy's just special with his feet. And Ole Miss just did not have an answer for him when he was running the ball. He just did whatever he wanted to. He would run whenever he wanted to on quarterback keepers and on scrambled plays. He just used his legs to pick up first downs and rush for touchdowns. Oh my goodness, this was one of the best performances I've ever seen from a quarterback at LSU. And I think I see it. We're starting to come together as an offense. The play calling, what helped is that the play calling finally got better. I thought the play calling was amazing in this game. We called plays for our playmakers to get them in position to make plays. That's what I've been waiting for. That's, I think, what's been holding our offense back. And it showed up in this game. We played like that basically the whole entire game. They never had an answer. We did not turn the ball up. We played one of the most spectacular games on offense, on all aspects of the offense that I've ever seen. Complete performance. The receivers, I talked about them. The running backs, I thought they also contributed a lot. Armani Goodwin, was great to have him back, and he already, on his first carry, he really got a long gain, and he could show that he didn't miss a step because of the injury. And he is a difference maker for us. I knew it ever since we recruited him. We got to feed him the ball. John Emery did not. I was questioning why he did not get one single rushing attempt, and it was because apparently he's dealing with a little bit of an injury, but I think he's day to day. That means like every day we don't know. We have to see every day how he is to see when he can come back and play. But overall, it's not looking too bad. I haven't really read the updates yet, so. We got a bye week this week before that Crimson team out east, Alabama Crimson Tide on November 5th. So we got a bye week to practice more, get better, improve so we can win a big game. Improve and just take a week off a little bit. It's been a tough stretch, a tough grind this year. And I believe we're coming together, man. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what really impressed me, and I did not see this coming. And this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen Brian Kelly make this adjustment at the halftime. The defense, man. The defense in the second half, it was like a different defense. It just would not be denied. It was out there playing like the defense that I know it could. And against an offense like that, dude, I've never seen that offense frustrated like that. I don't think even Alabama's going to be able to really shut them down like that. It took us a half to adjust, but we did. We've done that in other games too. Except for Tennessee, but Tennessee's the number 3 team in the country and they're undefeated. having a great year. They have a phenomenal team, so that's different. But as I'm saying, man, our defense, I thought our DBs really did well in the second half in terms of covering. They didn't allow too many catches, and I think we still got a lot of work to do at that position. But anything is possible when you have the coaching staff that we have. And the DBs benefited a lot from the pass rush that our front seven was able to really put on the Ole Miss offensive line, and really overwhelm them, and really frustrate the quarterback and the receivers. And we really did a good job stopping the run overall in the second half. Like Quinshawn Judkins and that rushing attack did not have much room to run in the second half, and that was just amazing to see, man. Love it. We really are coming together on both sides of the ball, and I'm excited to what our potential holds this year. We got like a tough stretch left, man, and we got a few games that we can win, and we just got to get them, build off of that afterwards. But I've seen improvement overall this year, and I see a bright future ahead of bringing LSU back to the powerhouse it used to be. I see it, man. I knew this is a great hire that we got Brian Kelly. Our front seven really affected the game. They just took over, and they were the difference makers in this ball game. I thought our pass rushers like B.J. Ojolari, Ali Gay, Jacoby Guillory, and our linebackers Micah Baskerville, Mike Jones, Harold Perkins, all those guys. What difference makers they were. They were just difference makers out there. Like we hit the quarterback so many times in the second half. We got sacks. We got some tackles for loss. We stayed disciplined in our zone coverages. Like when they hit us with the screen, we would be ready for it. We just tackle, not allow any room to pick up a first down. And special teams, aside from the missed field goal, I thought it played better. Like we punted well. Our kickoff coverage was pretty good for the most part, and so was our punt coverage. No big returns. Yeah, I thought we fair caught all our. We did not make any mistakes on punt return or kickoff return. I'm very encouraged, but I still don't think I still think special teams are a weakness. If there's a weakness on this team, it's a special team, and it can cost us a game this year. I'm not confident if the edge goes to special teams. I'm not confident in us, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll see improvement. But we did play pretty well on special teams this past week, so. We just got to get some rest, work on some more things, and we're going to be ready for a huge showdown with the Alabama Crimson Tide. What I've been waiting on. A home game. Saturday night in Death Valley. It's time to end that streak, man. We ain't beaten them at home since 2010. It's time to break it, man. I think it's overdue. It's time to do it. We'll talk more about that like next week. So until then, like, subscribe, share, comment. Only if you feel like it. You don't have to if you don't feel like it. Go Tigers. You know what it is. It's great to be a Tiger fan right now.